One of the reasons people are hesitant to make New Year's resolutions is the guilt or shame they feel if they fall off track. Here's the good news, folks. Progress is rarely a straight line. And if we can come back and find peace in our mindsets and hearts, we can recommit to pursuing our dreams and our goals. So this morning, entrepreneur, author, thought leader, Michelle Smith joins us to talk about a concept called peace builders and how she says this idea can propel us forward no matter what. Good morning, how are you?
Hey, Hannah, it's so good to see you today.
So good to see you. I always love our conversations. Peace builders.
Right.
Let's start with this. I like the name. What does it mean?
Okay, so this concept spurs from neuroscience, and there's a theory that if you can get to a clear mind, you can get to focus, which means that if you can focus, you can get to insight. And if you can have insight, you can produce, you can create. So we've got to get to that clear mind in order to be productive. And part of that is getting to that peaceful state.
That peaceful state. We're going to talk about how we get there in a second. But first, I want to talk about the time of year that we're in.
Yes.
People have set goals. Maybe they're already beating themselves up. I think what you're saying, just hearing this first answer, this applies 365 days a year. But especially right now, if somebody's beating themselves up, why does this peace builder mindset, why is it so important?
Well, we're overwhelmed. This is what I'm hearing from high-performing clients of mine. It's not just the goals that they've set. They've been intentional. They've set out their intentions. They've done their vision boards, but life is happening. And I hear life is stacking on top of life. And in this cultural context that we're in right now, job crisis, health crisis, all of that's going on in the background, but then we have real life too. I have aging parents, I have a family at home, I have to do all of that, plus deal with COVID and everything else that's going on. And this is what I'm hearing from other leaders. They feel overwhelmed. So what we're trying to do is get them to identify their peace builders so they can get to the clear mind, which gets you to focus, insight, and productivity.
Okay, so let's give folks like a specific idea of this. Identifying your peace builders.
Yes.
What does that look like? Maybe you can speak for yourself.
Absolutely.
What are your peace builders and how do you find them?
Okay, the first thing you got to do is align with your values, okay? Those things are going to help you to prioritize. Mine are faith, family, and freedom. So it makes sense that I find a lot of peace when I'm with my daughter, when I'm with my parents, my sister. I find peace. Now, what you try to do is replicate that feeling in the moment. So you have to be intentional about understanding when you're triggered and feeling overwhelmed, and in that moment, grab for the peace builder, okay?
So, I'm trying to think of this. So you're overwhelmed, something pops up at work or an unexpected bill. Is it truly just recalling those things that you love and that you value in life?
Well, recalling and then also changing your physicality. Okay? So maybe if I find peace with my family and I can't get to them right away, I might walk over in my office and find pictures and reminisce about something that my daughter did that was fun or funny. And that brings me peace. For some people, it may be a walk on the beach and listening to crashing waves. Well, sometimes you can't get to the beach right away, right? Wouldn't it be great if we could? But instead of that, maybe you just need to get up, go for a walk, and maybe find some audio that you could listen to of crashing waves.
Yeah, YouTube, look that up.
Right.
What's your next piece of advice on identifying, finding, and really bringing into your life these peace builders?
Yes, okay. So align with your values, prioritize. Here's the thing. Once you understand what your values are, you can prioritize, but we get trapped in the idea that everything's important. But you know what? If everything's important, nothing's important.
Oh, that's so true. Okay, and you say this is really important for especially high performers.
Yes.
Who's a high performer and why is this especially important for them?
Yes, I call them the Eagles. They're always overachieving and they're doing all the things, which is a catch-22. If you're not just taking things one step at a time, you're likely becoming overwhelmed. So if you can let something go, which is one of the tips, and that's hard. You've got to give yourself grace. And I had a mentor that talked to me about crystal balls and rubber balls. The rubber balls are the ones you can let go and they'll bounce back. The crystal balls, they'll break.
Okay, I love that. We are going to talk some more.
Yes, we need to.
If people want more information, where can they find you? 'Cause
Yes.
I want to find you.
By all means, lmichellesmith.com/theshift, and that's the name of my life coaching practice.
If you guys are ready for a shift, hit her up. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank